Hi, I'm Sascha Paeth from Avantasia and you're watching Metal Blast. If I compare The Mystery of Time to other studio works of Avantasia, I would say it's a more fantastic production. That would mean it's a little bit more based on orchestra work and keyboards. It's a little bit more like a film score sound to underline the whole story and the whole like rock opera aspect a little bit more, which is just a choice, no, on this one, and I think it works out fine. So it also gives this album a picture on a face on its own.
One of the things that are well known about you is that you're a fan of 70s rock. And in The Mystery of Time, there is a certain vibe of rock. And sometimes it doesn't feel so much as, I mean, it is metal, of course, no question about that, but with a more rocky feeling. How much of it is your influence?
I mean, Toby and I, we sit together and work on the songs and arrange them. So he comes with his ideas, and then I play stuff on the guitar and propose certain riffs or whatever, you know, and obviously there's an influence, but also he has a 70s influence, so I think we both like it, and it's just happening, you know? We just do the stuff the way that we like it. It's not planned. No?
Tobias blames you for touring, that Avantasia was never going to be something to be taken on the road, and now it keeps going and going and going. I remember the first time I saw you guys, it was a one-time opportunity. You others saw. I was taking a trip, and I postponed the trip because I knew that if I don't see them now, I'm never going to do it. But now it happens regularly, thankfully for everyone. How much convincing does he need now?
First time we talked about touring with Avantasia was actually already before we recorded the album. I would say we just thought about like continuation of Avantasia, which I also like told him, just let's do it, you know, let's just start it. And while we were starting to work on the songs, we thought, but that would be great to do it live. Actually, I thought it. He also thought it, but he said it's not going to be possible. And I said, why not? Just do it. Let's just try it, and it's going to work. If you want, it's going to work, and the people are going to like it probably. It's going to be a big variety of singers, and so it's not going to be boring. It's going to be like a school excursion on the road with lots of different people that you like, that have a talent. You can put a band together that is good, you know. You can just do everything the way you want, and it's going to be great. And it worked out fine, and he's not blaming me anymore. Originally, when we decided to do Avantasia, Toby asked me to put the band together, because he says, I trust you, you put the band together. So and I obviously was choosing the people I know and people I like, because it's very important for me that because this type of thing you cannot just go for anybody. It has to be cool people that you can get around with. And that's what I did. And I chose the people I know for a long time. Like Robert, that is not with us anymore because he's now a school teacher. But he was the bass player, and I know him since forever. But the bass player that is here now, André Neigenfind, I know him since I was 12. We've had the first band together, first gig together, a long time ago. I don't want to say how many years, 30 years. And Miro, I know him, just the keyboard player, I know him since the first class of school. And we always did stuff together. I mean, Ollie I knew before because we did albums together, no, but he doesn't live in my surrounding. And I brought in Amanda also, but because she was living in my hometown. She's from America originally, but she was living there, and we worked on some stuff together. And so I tried to put everybody in that I like, you know, and then it's just a little family, you know. Also the singer, we have one new member as a singer in the backing choirs. He's also going to sing some lead vocals. Is the singer of Heaven's Gate. It's my old band, and he's a phenomenal singer. And he just didn't do live work for 14 years, I think, since we stopped Heaven's Gate. And he's gonna, I think he's really gonna kick ass. Oh, he did yesterday in the rehearsal at least. The whole package together, you know. that you can musically also choose the people. They are friends. You do this because you want to do it. It's not like a band that has to go on tour and promote themselves. Like do every show possible. We planning a tour with like a good tour, with good shows, and everything is great. I mean, we are traveling around the world under good conditions. We play for quite some people. Usually the shows are really packed, and the response is great. It's just great, What do you want more?
And how complex is it to get actually the show on the road? What is the process of going, okay, we make this album, we want a tour, let's get all these people together to go out. How long does that take? How complex is it?
You have to start almost about a year before you actually go on the road, I would say. From the first idea that you do it again, you need almost a year. Maybe you can do it also in half a year, but I don't think so, because you have to make sure you get the people together, and then you can start booking, and then you have maybe some complications with people being on tour. You have to move stuff or not, or maybe even exchange a member, because it's not going to work out suddenly because there's a tour coming in or something like this, and until this is all fixed, it takes a while.
You're also a composer, clearly. You're a musician. You're a producer. What do you think mostly represents you?
Hard to tell what represents me, because the stuff I'm doing at the moment, every moment, I think, oh, this is what I want to do, and it's cool, and I like it. And I think the variety represents me. I see myself more like a musician than a technician, I would say. But I do the technical work just because I can do it, and it's fun. No? But I see myself more in an artistical way, as somebody that creates music in general.
Is it hard for you to produce yourself?
Not anymore. I was too critical back in the day, but now when I produce myself, I just do it. I just don't care anymore. It's pretty. If I recorded myself 10 or 15 years ago, I tried to make everything as perfect as possible. Which also makes you lose some emotional aspect. And when I record myself now, I usually use the demos. So we just the stuff that we record while we do the arrangements usually stays on the album. No, I just thought like the more perfect it is, the better it is. But it's not true. It has to be a raw element, but that does not mean you can play out of time. You have to have a certain ability to forget about it. And obviously, the older you get and the more experience you get, the easier it is for you to just decide what is good or what is not good, and to just let it go. No?
As a producer, what work would you say are you most proud of?
There's quite some stuff that I did that I'm proud of. I'm starting with the first Angra, Angels Cry, and that was also, it was very very long time ago, and it was gold. It was a gold album, and it was pretty much at the beginning of my career as a producer or arranger or whatever. No? Because I did a little more arrangement work and recording at that time. I didn't mix at that time yet. And there are quite some albums. Also Virgo that I did with Andre as well. The first Avantasia, the Scarecrow. There's quite some stuff, I would say I can be proud of.
Are there any chances that we're gonna see the world of Island again?
Live, you mean?
No, a new album.
We talked about it, but it's a little bit complicated. Everything, it's just we have to see if this is gonna happen again. I can really not tell. Really, there are no definite plans.
What's on your plate right now besides Avantasia? What are you working on?
I'm working on. I just finished quite some things, to be honest. I worked on an album for Asrai, like an EP, the Dutch band, and I worked. I am still working on on an album for Crimes of Passion. It's a band from Great Britain. They are called Cop UK now, changed their name. And I am working with a Sicilian singer. That plays Sicilian singer. We do an album. It's more. It's not metal, but it can work in the metal field. But it is more classical. She's a soprano singer, but we do it in the not in a super classical way. It's a little bit poppy. It's a little bit. It's a good mixture. This could be very interesting. No? So I'm working on quite some stuff. That's all. We're doing an interview. So. Nee. Nee, hier nicht. He was asking for a bottle opener.
For a what?
For a bottle opener.